Scout Automobile, welcome to Start. Today, you are about to experience something that feels less like a car review and more like a pulse, a heartbeat, a sensory shockwave. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429, a name that already shakes the road before the engine even turns on. This isn't just the return of a legend, it is the rebirth of dominance. A car that doesn't just move forward, it crushes doubt, bends air, and drags the horizon closer with every gear. When Ford decided to bring back the Boss 429 for 2026, they didn't choose nostalgia. They chose revolution. From the moment your eyes land on it, the 2026 Boss 429 strikes you with the same emotion you feel when a storm builds over a silent sea. Something powerful, unpredictable, and absolutely thrilling. The body is wide, lowered, sculpted like a muscle tightened before a sprint. Lines carved with purpose, curves made to slice through air, and a stance so aggressive that even standing still, the car looks like it's inhaling the road. This Mustang doesn't ask for attention, it steals it instantly. The front fascia is a masterpiece of modern American muscle fused with a quiet South Korean precision aesthetic. Slim LED blades stretch across the front like sharp eyes. The grille is massive, darkened, breathing in cool air through redesigned ducts that hint at the beast hiding underneath. The hood bulges proudly, an unmistakable tribute to the original Boss 429, only this time, it's enhanced with air channels and a functional power dome that seems alive, almost vibrating with the promise of speed. The moment you step closer, the car feels like it's reading you, understanding your heartbeat, matching your energy. To bottle style means blending action with emotion, movement with feeling, and the Boss 429 delivers exactly that. The paint, whether in deep shadow black or hyper-pulse blue, radiates energy under the slightest light, giving the car an aura of something rare, something you don't see every day. But the real story begins when the engine speaks. Under the hood lies the soul of the 2026 Mustang Boss 429, a hand-built, naturally aspirated 7.0L V8 that roars with a sound that feels more like thunder tearing through iron. This monstrous engine delivers a raw, unapologetic, spine-shaking presence that defines what American muscle truly is. No filters, no hesitation, no compromise. Just pure, uncut power. The Boss 429 pushes over 680 horsepower, with torque that hits immediately, like a punch delivered at the exact moment you press the pedal. You don't drive this car. You command it. Every press of the accelerator sends a vibration through your ribcage. Every shift of the gearbox feels like a heartbeat syncing with the engine. The exhaust note, deep, growling, violent in the most beautiful way, echoes like a war cry in a world full of quiet electric cars. And yet, it isn't outdated. It's intentionally rebellious. It is the final stand of pure gasoline glory, crafted for those who understand the emotion of combustion. The 2026 Boss 429 is built on a strengthened chassis with performance-tuned adaptive suspension that reads the road like a trained athlete reading an opponent's move. In comfort mode, it glides smoothly with a surprising softness, absorbing imperfections with ease. But once switched to track mode, the entire car tightens its muscles, lowers its breathing, and transforms into something focused and razor-sharp. The steering becomes quicker, the throttle hyper-responsive, and the exhaust unleashes its full symphony, raw, emotional, electrifying. Taking a corner in this car feels like the world is bending with you. The rear tires grip with an intensity that makes you feel unstoppable. Stability control is smart, not restrictive. It allows you to dance with danger but pulls you back before things go too far. This balance between freedom and control is something only a Mustang of this level can deliver. Inside the cabin, Ford has mastered the art of making a performance cockpit feel both futuristic and emotional. The interior blends jet fighter intensity with smooth Korean minimalism. You sit low, wrapped in bolstered seats stitched with Boss 429 insignia. The steering wheel feels thick, weighted, and perfectly sculpted to your grip. The digital cluster bursts alive with animations that respond to your mode, mood, and movement. In track mode, the tachometer stretches into a red-lit arc that looks like the pulse line of a monster waking up. Ambient lighting glows around the cabin like soft neon reflections from a Seoul street at night. Every screen transitions with fluid to bottle-style motion graphics. The infotainment is smooth and intuitive, but never distracting. Ford has intentionally kept the interior clean, No unnecessary clutter, because the focus must remain on driving. This isn't a car designed to lull you with luxury. It's a machine that wants your full attention. It wants to bond with you, challenge you, and thrill you every second you sit inside. The 2026 Boss 429 also brings advanced performance telemetry, recording G-forces, shift timing, lap tracking, and engine temperature in real time. For those who love numbers, the system gives endless details. But for those who love emotion, the car gives something much more, the feeling of being inside a legend. On highways, the Boss 429 becomes a silent predator. The moment you touch the throttle, it leaps forward with a force that pushes you back into your seat. The acceleration is violent yet addictive. The 0 to 100 sprint feels like a single inhale. The car doesn't accelerate, it launches. Straight line stability is exceptional, even at speeds where other cars begin to tremble. This Mustang holds the road like claws gripping steel. At night, the car transforms into something cinematic. The LED stripes glow like burning eyes under the moonlight. The engine hums deeply, almost whispering a warning to anything that tries to challenge it. Passing under streetlights, the body reflects streaks of light like a moving piece of art. This isn't just transportation. This is a presence, a character, a personality that lives within the metal. Ford designed the 2026 Boss 429 for people who believe driving should feel alive. For people who want a car that talks to them through vibrations, responds to emotion, and gives a performance that makes the driver feel like the main character in a high-speed Korean action sequence. Every twist of the road becomes a new scene. Every acceleration becomes a dramatic moment. Every stoplight becomes a pause before the next surge of adrenaline. The rear design is equally breathtaking. The quad exhausts sit low, wide, and aggressive. The taillights shimmer with a signature triple bar animation that looks sharp, futuristic, and instantly recognizable. The diffuser stretches far, creating aerodynamic balance for high-speed stability. Even the trunk lid spoiler has been sculpted to blend seamlessly into the fastback profile, adding both beauty and function. But the greatest thing about the Boss 429 is how it makes you feel. When you sit inside, grip the steering wheel, and hear the engine growl, you don't feel like you're driving a car. You feel like you're stepping into a long-awaited legacy. A story that started in the 1960s, disappeared for decades, and now returns with fury. You feel the honor of controlling something that is both historic and reborn for a new world. The 2026 Mustang Boss 429 is not built for everyone. It is built for those who understand passion. Those who understand what it means when an engine speaks louder than words, when a car moves like an extension of your body, and when performance becomes an emotion, not just a number. In a world moving toward electric silence, the Boss remains a voice of power, a roar that refuses to fade. Driving this car on an open road feels like claiming the world. You become the rhythm of the engine, the flow of the wind, the force behind the speed. And when you finally slow down, park the car, step out, and look at it, your heart still feels the vibrations. That aftertaste of adrenaline stays with you long after the engine shuts off. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 429 is more than a comeback. It is a declaration, a statement that raw power, emotional design, and pure driving spirit still have a place in the future. It is the kind of car that turns ordinary moments into cinematic memories. And for those who get the chance to sit behind its wheel, they understand instantly.